Welcome back to Dynamics. Okay, we are going to do the spoilers for June 17th. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to start with this. This is in, I believe it's Japanese, is that right? It might be in Korean. Either way, it is Crucible of Worlds, and so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see the different variations here. There's been quite a few Crucible of Worlds printings. I know for a while that wasn't the case, but we're seeing a good number here. Obviously, the masterpiece is the premium. This one's really nice too. I didn't even know this one was out there. The Magic the Gathering unique and miscellaneous promos. Not sure if that's from an event or where exactly that's from right now off the top of my head, but I like that art. That's special. This old Judge promo with the, or maybe probably an older Judge promo with the older border there. Then you have your normal printings. The Fifth Dawn was the original printing. It was reprinted in Core Set 2019. Before that it was reprinted in 10th edition. So this is the version I have. I probably have a Core Set 2019 version of the card as well, considering I have a pretty big stack of that. But yeah, so now we are getting some new art for this full art, which is gorgeous, by the way. I also, of course, again, really like the foil etched art, especially with the artifacts. I really like the look of that. The original art is on there, so that's, the original art is nice artwork. But I think in this case, if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably go with the full art. I really do like this. I've heard some people say it doesn't really make sense for the card. I could see that. It doesn't. It looks like it's an angel with some wings or feathers or something. I don't know, but I like it. So I definitely would be really happy if I pulled this from one of the packs that I'm going to open on the channel, by the way. Look for those videos coming in a week or two. All right. But yeah, in general, I like this reprint in the set. It's a good reprint for the set. It's a nice mythic to have. Maybe could have been at rare, but it's good to have it at mythic. Even so. And so pulling either one of those would make me very happy, or just a regular foil version. So the regular edition foil, because I don't have a foil version, that would be great too. All right, everybody, let's move along to the next card. We are looking at one of the lieges, so the whole liege, we'll be looking at three of them, I think, right now. So the Ashenmoor Liege, the Thistledon Liege, and the Mercthing Leech. And to varying degrees, some of them needed reprints and some of them didn't. None of them were really expensive, so there's that. I think actually maybe just the Golgari one was kind of expensive. We'll look at it when we get to them. So the Lieges weren't really expensive, but most of them haven't had any reprints. Mercthing is the one that has had a few reprints. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Ashenmoor has not had any reprints other than its original printing, not even the list printing. So I'd say it's a good reprint for the set. Even though it's not a high value rare, it's a good reprint. We haven't seen it in a while. Most people don't have a copy of it. Throw this in your Rakdos decks and just have a good time with that. So I'd say that's a pretty good reprint. Obviously, I want the foil etch copy. We'll come back to you, Damnation. Thistledon Liege, same exact situation. It's only been printed once. This is the first reprint. It's a good reprint, although it's not worth a whole lot. So there's that. But put this in your bat decks, your blue-white decks, your whatever. You put that out there. It's got flash, so it doesn't have the flashy extra mechanic that other people do. Get it? See what I did there? Flashy. Basically, it can pump your whole army at instant speed, which is not something just to sneeze at or whatever the phrase is. I hope to get a foil etch copy of it. Let's just say that. I don't necessarily want to pull it. I'll go out and buy it, but it's a good card to own. And then the last one is of these three is the Mercthing Leege. As you see, there's been a number of printings for it. I have a Commander Anthology version of it. I have the Commander Legends version of it. I may have pulled the list version. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't have all my list cards documented yet. I'm still going through the collection to figure that out. So I may have that, but I definitely have Commander Legends, and I definitely have the Commander Anthology version. Don't really need another copy of it. It doesn't go in my favorite deck, which is Azuri, just because I like to have creatures in it that trigger Azuri, and so this doesn't really help with that. Although untapping all green and blue creatures every turn is tempting, but it doesn't quite make the cut for me. But I could see putting that in other Simic decks. I would like a foil edge copy, but I'll just go out and get it later on. Okay, let's move on, or move back to Damnation. Okay, so this is a great print to have in the set. It's been reprinted a few times. I know for a while there, people were begging for it to be reprinted. It hadn't been reprinted, and then finally they reprinted it in what was it? Modern Masters 2017, I think, is where it finally made its return. So it has its original printing, which was in Planar Chaos, which is still pretty cool printing. It's kind of dark. It has this Player Rewards, which for a long time, that's the version that I wanted. Never picked it up, but I moved on from that, and we'll talk about that. This version's okay if you're into that Amonkhet Invocation style. The art's pretty cool, but not really worth it to me. We'll come back to you. They reprinted it in a secret layer. This is my version of the card. I love this version of the card. No art will ever replace Seb McKinnon. So that is going to be my Damnation moving forward. So it really doesn't matter what we see here. I also own a 2017 copy, which I'll be moving at some point. I don't think I pulled the Time Spiral Remaster copy. But if I did, I'll be selling that too, because this is my one and only true love. This art, though, is pretty amazing. And if I pulled it, I'd still probably sell it, but that is tempting. That's some really nice artwork there for a Damnation. And obviously, I like it in this foil etched printing as well. But I go back to this secret layer version of it. I really love that, and so that's my version moving forward. If I pull it, I'll sell it, so someone else will be able to get their hands on it. Hopefully, if you don't have your copy, you can get your hands on it while they're pretty low in asking price. Moving on. Okay, so a Tarka's Command. When I pulled this up in TCG Player, it pulls up all sorts of things related to a Tarka, so keep that in mind. But a Tarka's Command was, I think this might be the first reprint other than a list printing. There's a list printing of it here. It was in Dragons of Tarkir. You can get the pre-release version of the card. But if I remember correctly, this is the first reprinting other than the list version. So that's great. I'm glad it's out there. It's a card that does see play. It's not super expensive in its base copy, but it's a good card to own. And so I would definitely enjoy having a foil etched copy of this. All right, moving right along. Next we have, let's see, what do we have? Oh, is my computer freezing? Is the video freezing? Let's see, is the video still going? Yep, okay, video's still going. We're at 9 minutes. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so next card. Well, actually, we'll just go through these for a little bit here. Go for the Throat's a good reprint. I've already talked about some of these that were the spoilers before they actually did the official releases of them. I love all of the arts for these. I love the full art style. I want to get a full art foil copy of each of these for my commander decks. I don't play the bounce lands in every deck, so so there's that, but they are good lands for commander decks in a lot of situations. Not every situation, but a lot of them. So I definitely want a copy of each. I like them. All right, we are moving on to the Grand Arbiter. So Grand Arbiter, I own this Judge foil promo. So I've talked about this in the previous video. I do like the Judge promos. I pick them up semi-often, even though I'm not a judge. And I own this card. So although I do like the art on the full art, it's a little weird, but I like it. This one's just better in my mind, to my opinion. So I'm going to stick with the Judge promo. A foil etch copy would be nice to own, and this full art is pretty nice. So if you guys are fans of the card, which I know a lot of people aren't, but if you are fans of the card, look forward to picking up some of those. All right, moving on. All right, Venser. Yes, Venser, Shaper, Savant. I'm excited to get a foil etch copy of this. I put this in a couple of different decks, and I think the version that I have is from Modern Masters 2017. I don't have a foil version of it, so a foil etch version with this art. Although I may like this art a little better, but I want the foil etch version, so I'll go with that. Hopefully I pull it though. Hopefully I don't pull it. I'll just go out and buy it. This price is not going to stick, so I'll go out and buy it. But a good card to have in the set. Divine Visitation, great card to have in the set. Was there even a list printing of this? No, it was just in this promo pack. So there's this promo version of it. I have the original version, not in foil, so I would love to get a foil etched version of this card. This does go in a couple different decks that I have, and yeah, so having a foil etched version of it would be great. Wish there was a full art. I'm not seeing it here. I don't think there is a full art with new art. That would be nice if there was, but I'll be happy to get the foil etched version. Next, one of the a lot of people's most annoying reprints in the set is the Fiery Justice. The oh yes, the meme. Okay, so I mean, you know, I don't want to pull it. I may go out and get a full etched or the foil etched version of it. I don't really have any need for this card. I like the original art better, so if I really wanted this card, I could. In fact, I may own it, the Ice Age version. I may own the Ice Age version, so really don't need this card. I get it. It hasn't been. Well, no, it's been reprinted quite a few times too. So yeah, shouldn't be in the set. I agree with everybody else who says that. It definitely shouldn't be at rare. They could have dropped it down to uncommon. It's a bad rare. All right, moving on. Can't say nice things about everything, right? All right, moving on. So the next card we're going to be looking at here is, well, so Dragon Arch, I don't think I pulled it up because it's sitting at uncommon. I don't think it has a special printing. It's been brought down from rare to uncommon. I think I have the original version of it. I'm sure I'll have an uncommon version of it after opening up the product. So either way, I'll have a version of the card. Teneb the Harvester, I think, is the next one here. Yes, okay. So there's been a couple of printings of Teneb. I have it from the 2017 Commander decks, and so that's where I have it from. And sure, I'll take a foil etched version of it. It shouldn't cost this much though, so we'll see. All right, moving on. Simple. Next card. Okay, Inquisition of Kozelek is one of the uncommons that's getting its own like special treatment. I'm torn because I do really like this art. I would like a full art foil version of it. I do apologize for that. But I also have the Strixhaven version of it. I think either in foil or foil etch. I'm pretty sure I have the Japanese alternate version. So I'd have a couple of different cards to choose from where I could decide which version of this card I want to hold on to. I don't think I've decided yet. This kind of looks weird. It looks like one of those little skin bugs that you see under the microscope, if you know what I'm talking about. So I think I would stick with this Mystical Archive version as opposed to the full art, but we shall see. I do like it in the set though, and I like that they're giving it a new art. Where are we at time-wise? I want to finish up this day's We're at 15 minutes. Let's go. Let's go quick. All right. So Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom. I mean, sure, it's a great include in the set, but I have the Secret Lair version. I'm not moving on from the Secret Lair version because I love the artwork on it. It's pretty much kind of like a full art version. It's got the tokens that go with it that match it. I love that version, so I don't really want this version. I used to own this Ultimate Masters box topper. I sold that a while ago because not because of the Secret Lair. I think I sold it before that. The original art is nice to have on this Double Masters because that art is beautiful. Getting a foil etched version of that would be really nice, but I wouldn't move on from my Secret Lair. All right, moving on. Okay, Consecrated Sphinx is similar to a couple other cards I've mentioned. I have the Secret Lair version. I like the Secret Lair version. I'm not moving on from the Secret Lair version. The full art is pretty derpy. I don't really like it. Sorry. It's just not good to me. A foil etch version is pretty cool. I like how it looks. The original art was always kind of nice. And the foil etch is cool. The masterpiece version was obviously pretty popular. The art's really dark though, kind of hard to make out. The borders questionable as far as some people just don't like it. So either way, it's probably I wouldn't go with that version. I like the Secret Lair version. I'm sticking with the Secret Lair version, but I'm glad other people are going to be able to get this. If I get it, I'd probably sell it. Okay, we are looking at Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, kind of a rough choice to have in here at Mythic. It's not worth a lot. It's been reprinted quite a few times, or a few times. Actually, when I brought it up, I think it's bringing up both Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh and Nicol Bolas Dragon God. So it looks like there's more reprints than there are, but we're getting the God Pharaoh. I have the this San Diego Comic-Con 2017 version of it. I'm going to probably stick with that. That's probably the version I'll stick with. I think the stained glass is the other one, right? The stained glass version of the card is... I don't know. Pretty sure that's not this version, that it's the other one. Okay, and so I have that one also. The stained glass, but I think that's for the Dragon God. And then I think I have an actual foil version of the original Amonkhet. Was it Amonkhet, or let's see, where is it at here? Not War of the Spark, obviously. Hour of Devastation. I have a foil version, original foil version from Hour of Devastation. It's not worth a whole lot anymore. I probably paid way more for it at the time than it's worth nowadays because of the reprints, which, it is what it is. I'll probably sell that at some point, move on from it, and just keep my... either that or, sell this, make some money, and keep the regular foil version of it. But I like the art on this. I have the full set, so I probably won't do that. All right, moving on. Try to wrap this up. Pithy Needle. Okay, so, obviously there's a Masterpiece version. That's pretty cool. I have the Secret Lair version. Not a big fan of the art. The full art version from Innistrad Midnight Hunt is pretty cool, especially, and then the what is it called? The set where it's black and white. That's pretty cool looking too. I thought about grabbing that for a minute. However, I love this art a lot. Like a lot. So I'll probably try to get this and then move on from the rest of the copies that I own, because I have quite a few copies of this card. Foil etch is all right too, but that full art is amazing. I want it. All right, moving on. We have Zur the Enchanter. I have the original Zur the Enchanter from Cold Snap. I have the foil etch from Commander Legends. I don't understand why this card is in the set. It shouldn't be in the set, but it is, and so if you need a copy of it, congratulations. Maybe you'll get it. But I'm just not a big fan of this card being in the set. I think I even have the Masters 2017 copy as well. But yeah, it's just not really a great include, especially since it was in Commander Legends as foil etched. Moving on. Okay, so Master Biomancer is a card that that sometimes makes it into my Azuri deck when I rebuild it. Sometimes it gets cut. I like it in a number of different decks. I want a foil etch version of it. I like the card a lot, so I would like a foil etch version of it. And then another card that a lot of people are upset is in the set. I'm not. Is it a rough mythic to pull? Of course, it's not a great mythic to pull. It's not worth a whole lot. But I want the foil etch version of this pretty badly. I don't want to pull it like most people. I want to go out and buy it afterwards. That buy it from some other poor schmuck who pulled it. but if I pull it, I'll try not to cry too much on stream, or not on stream, on my video, and then I'll be happy it's in my collection. But I would have rather just gone out and bought it. This pre-order price is actually not even that bad, but it'll probably drop even lower. So I'll order it after I'm sure I don't pull it. There it is. All right, so that wraps up the spoilers for June 17th. My next video will be moving on to June 18th. I really appreciate everybody watching these videos, liking the videos, commenting on the videos. If you want to subscribe, you'll be able to see when the video drops when I open the Double Masters product. And I thank you all for being here. I hope you have a good day. Take care.